men who buy you everything and don't leave any money. And there is that stereotype, which is somewhat true, that actually men, to be specific, are actually brothers.
Call them out.
The Opios, the Ojokes, the Okelos, they will buy everything in the house, but they don't even leave a single penny.
The Opios,
Yes.
those ones. Hakimi guy. Did you hear about that saga?
Oh, please. Who didn't?
Okay, for those who don't know, recap. So Hakimi Achraf is a football player. Plays for a club or a team called PSG, right? He's Moroccan. I think he plays in Spain, right?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. I'm not a football person.
It's a Spanish.
He plays for a Spanish
Liga.
whatever, the Spanish league or something. So there were some allegations that he harassed sexually assaulted someone. Not confirmed. I think these are all allegations. Probably is being talked about right now in the courts. So his wife of 2 years now.
Only 2 years?
They said 5, but I mean
they've dated.
3 married.
Yeah, they've dated.
2 dating.
Yeah, but they've only been married about 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not so sure of the numbers.
Hiba, Abouk.
But they have 2 children together.
Wait.
So,
they have 2 children in 2 years of marriage together.
Oh,
fast.
Yeah. But I mean, they were dating for much longer than that.
Okay.
So he's 24 years old. She's 36 years old. We don't
mommy issues.
We don't judge an age.
Mommy issues. Mommy issues.
Let's first talk about the guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So he and his wife are now in the process of having a divorce.
Yes.
Okay. So here you are dating this mega superstar. You've hit the jackpot, like we talked about. You secured the bag, and the man, he's younger, he's hotter. I mean, you have it.
Everything check.
You've already ticked all your boxes, and then here you go to court to have a divorce, and lo and behold, you try to ask for half his assets. I mean, you would expect that since you've been married, he has to look after you.
Apparently, she wanted way more than half, but
okay, whatever the case
Yeah.
was, he was asking for some property.
My question is, if a divorce is happening, you don't ask. That is what happens in the
when
divorce
you
proceedings.
your divorce,
So I don't even have to ask. It's known that the person who is the primary breadwinner gets like splits half of their property.
Yes. So that happened in their case. And lo and behold, she found out in that moment that his assets are not in his name, but in his mother's name.
not even the kids.
Guys, this is a millionaire.
In dollars. Disclaimer.
Not UGX.
No, it's not UGX.
Angie. We talked about securing the bag. It's a very
Wait,
topic.
No, that one.
In this small circle of ours. So you secured the bag, you secured the man, you have the babies, life seems good, and then suddenly divorce is happening, and then you have nothing.
Wait, I would first faint, wake up, faint again.
Call your
wake
mother.
up,
Call your mother.
Who bewitched me?
No! You call your mother or you call your jaja.
your mother.
The one who shakes. The jaja who shakes.
Guys, because you can first say, am I dreaming?
Is this
I'm
true?
not dreaming. Like, it's very unbelievable. At least I've heard of people putting it in the kids' names.
Yeah.
That is perfect. They're your kids. Fine.
But he's his mother.
But
like the mother who gave
what the
birth.
hell?
Why didn't you marry your mother then?
Guys,
What if your
put ourselves in this man's shoes. He's a multi-millionaire basketball
Who cares?
player. In the making,
Football
he's
player.
not
the first one.
young. He began playing quite young. Probably
19,
at that point in
we
time,
do not
he was
care.
not of legal age.
Yeah.
Obviously, who else but your
He
mother?
became a star at 19.
Who
He
else
was
but your
already
mother?
legally.
You're past 19.
Yeah, so I
even
mean-
at 17, for heaven's
But
sake.
then also, he's 20 what?
Why not 24?
Even if he started playing at 13 years, by the time I clock, okay, maybe 18 is too soon. How many years did I have in order to change
grow up?
my assets to my mother? Sorry, to my name.
So anyway, it's been trending. It's been out there, and women they have mixed feelings.
Social
but
media was
mostly
buzzing.
Women are mostly pissed about this saga. I don't know why. You're just out there for the money. Why are you hurt? Someone asked me, why are you hurt?
Like, for me actually, I was not hurt. I feel as if his money is his money. Like he can use it however he wants it. To me, if I am a smart woman, in the 5 years I've dated you, you think that I don't have anything I got out of this relationship?
We know men who have money but never give a woman a coin.
I
paid rent. The house is there, whatever the case is, whether it's rent, whether it's a rented, a bought house, whatever it is, I built it.
And that's it.
You have food, the kids are in good schools. What more do you want from me?
So, am I allowed to take vacations? Because now, at that point in time, I probably have like your credit card, right?
But then,
sometimes
you have to actually request permission before you actually spend it.
Permission to approach the restaurant.
Honey, I want this bag. Can I get it? Then he approves. Yeah, something like that. To the no.
No, so the moment he approves
sanitary towels, you have to approach his.
He will buy for you for like an entire month or something. You know, the months are all that he buys in bulk.
By the way, there's some men who there's some men who even go to the market to like downtown.
And
they tell you
500K.
No, list. You will really go and buy the things yourself. Tomatoes for 2,000, onions for this. I don't know, garlic.
And you're arguing. I've met guys with that shit. Down to the dot.
Why?
To the onion.
Why would you be
salt of 500
Why would you
shillings?
be with someone that you actually can't give money?
Exactly.
To? Like,
but
why?
it happens. It happens for women. Women also do that.
Actually, there are trust issues.
Women also do that.
What do they do?
Kids will be sent home for school fees.
No, leave women.
You have your 5 meals stacked somewhere. And the kids are home. Like, let the man come home and talk about
leave
this.
The women.
Because he has nothing available right now, but you have money and you like let the man.
But Nadia, for me, in case I'm to think from the perspective of these women, the moment I show him that I have something stashed, he knows that so all along this is a guy who won't now do anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in this episode, we are trying to understand the whole money and relationships.
Money in relationships.
Yes, money in relationships. Yeah. Yes, thank you. And I think one of the biggest causes of divorces has been finances around there. Of course, infidelity has been very close. Some people think, infidelity is higher, but I think money is one, of the highest causes of this. And the whole, Hakimi thing coming on board has just, I think, put the bar really high and has confirmed that money is like a very big deal.
The Stingy Men Association.
Bruh. SMAU is celebrating.
I know. The guys are probably like, we're popping champagnes.
Which ranking should we give him? Because
that one,
he's sexy. Like if there's any competition
he's the coach
right now.
He's the coach now.
Take it.
Like he's not just a member, he's the coach. So ladies, in your perspective, joint account or separate accounts? I'll actually start with you.
Both. I would prefer us to have the joint account for the home things and all that. But please, I need mine. And I also want him to also put in mine. Okay. Please spoil me a little, but I also want my personal one. But I can use the money without you actually knowing how much I'm spending or how much I'm putting. It just feels good to feel rich.
What you can accumulate your dollars in peace.
What if you actually stay at home mom and you don't have an income?
That's why I was saying he should put for me some.
Oh, so you want separate, like a joint and a separate one, whereby even if you don't have your personal income, he puts in yours.
Yes,
but
I want
you also have
that you cannot
one.
track.
Yeah.
I don't want him to always come home. Oh, baby, what did you buy today? I got a notification. Our money. Yet we have to buy this at home. The kids, and all that. I don't want that.
Oh my God, I know.
If I'm feeling depressed, I want to get something for myself. I want to go feel cute. Pamper myself.
His wife bought a dress. I think it was an expensive dress, maybe like 500K, and it was like 5 years ago. That's a lot of money, right? I was like,
yeah, of course it is.
She bought her dress. It was 500,000. I'm like, wow, people actually buy clothes. But I mean, I understand now. Alone. Like how maybe he was monitoring and like, oh my God, she bought this. And the name of the maybe where he bought the stuff from was probably an arcade or whatever. So he knew it was actually a dress.
Yeah. So Nadia, joint account or separate accounts?
Okay, I'll speak from a point of privilege as someone who earns some money. I'm not a dependent man.
You're okay, but you still want more.
Yeah, I mean, I'd want to have my money, obviously, for my own reasons. I have my own shit to deal with. Bills, personal preferences, whatever. But I also want to have a joint account for house, you know, if we're investing
what kind
somewhere.
of bills in your personal account? Because you are husband and wife, you live
my
together.
personal stuff. I have family that is also dependent on me. I don't have to come to you
call all
every
the time.
Yeah. I have my own taste. If I want to go do my hair in some nice place, I don't have to again explain. You found me looking the way I look. Let me continue with my lifestyle. That's my preference.
Okay, so both of you actually prefer both.
Both, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But at the same time, because I'm a bitch, I want to monitor what you're spending. If I feel like you spend exorbitantly on weird shit, I'm gonna say something about it. Yeah.
That's now in the joint.
Because your money, but I want to know what you're spending it on. Yeah.
Okay, so you want a joint account and both of us have separate accounts, but you also want to know what happens in his personal separate account.
There's something weird happening. I will see it.
How?
That's you're spending. If we're out with friends and you're spending, you're the one buying all the bottles.
Is that who does this for the table?
Like,
wait, but then, honey, we already have a joint account which has already everything kept up.
I don't
now,
care.
this is my personal
I
money.
don't care.
The same way you said, I want to send money to my family, I want to pamper myself.
I don't care. If I see you spending recklessly and you're my person, that money, baby, is our money.
But
our
then,
children.
But then,
seriously, not.
The same way for you giving money to your family may be in his version spending recklessly.
Yeah.
Now him giving money to like spending on his friends is your version. So the one on his personal account, why do you want to have a say in it?
I won't point her to the dot, but I will say something about it. I will have a say. Yeah. You will know when I'm not happy.
Yeah. Okay. For me, I think I concur, but whatever happens in our personal accounts, no one has to sniff. How you spend yours is yours. How I spend mine is mine. As long as in the joint account,
to know what the guy is spending on.
So okay, now
the double standard.
Brings me to the next point of let's say it's your own money, but if you're spending it beyond a certain means, like say it's your money, yes, but then you're going to Dubai on loan, for instance, you're spending beyond your means. How do we deal with that as a couple?
I like you're getting a bank loan
for vacation.
Splash.
No. Who is financing that loan?
It's you.
So how does that touch you? Because I'm already putting in the joint account, I am already putting money.
Easy. Let's say that affects your future contributions to that joint account. Maybe right now we have money, but in 2 months, 3 months time, we have to take kids to school. So how do you manage that? You start saying, oh, I'm short on cash right now. This month you chip in. 1 month becomes 5 months down the road. You're chipping in.
You're chipping in all the time.
So that is why you actually want to monitor his money. Okay, so what is your perspective about my money is my money as a woman, and then his money is our money? Angie?
No, when my money is my money. Till when I actually feel like sharing a little bit. Because I also love pampering my man some days, just buy him something, take him out. You're like, baby, no, I'm not cooking, but I'm sponsoring. Come, we go out. So I like to also pamper my man a little bit, but then my money is my money. Don't ask me for it. Let me give it to you willingly, but please don't ask. Don't ask, don't.
So assuming that he also wants to pamper you sometimes because his money is his money.
No, he has to pamper me all the time.
But you see, that's for me, it's a double standard. And that's why recently, I wouldn't say I was like this forever, since I was born. I've just recently learned to accept that if you have money as a woman, you should contribute. Yeah. And it's not my money is my money situation. I'm more open now when it comes to money. I advocate for women spending or contributing to the life that they see they want. If you want a flashy house, if you don't want to be in some ghetto somewhere and you want to live in a nice apartment and you earn some money, contribute to it. It should be okay. Yeah. So me, right now, I wouldn't say that was always me. Now I'm more open-minded. Maybe because I earn, maybe because life has taught me otherwise, but I'm more open-minded. Yeah. Okay.
For me, my money is my money and your money is our money.
Okay.
100%. Because to me, let's first spend yours. Then when we are done with yours and I have my money, then I will chip in. Because even in the Bible, they say the man is the head of the family and the man will provide.
The Bible was written
which year? Was
the Bible written?
There's no year. The woman is a helper. The woman is not the primary head of the family. The woman is not the primary provider.
Then, if you're a helper,
I will help.
Become a burden.
No, I will help
to someone.
Am I a burden?
Your test is I don't drink beer. I want to drink a single tone.
But if that's how you phone me, why can't
That's
you
not
change?
I
did change. That's how you
That's
phone
your
me.
standard. If you're going on
what
dates,
does that say?
It has to be this
Date
place.
your standard. If you can't afford champagne, don't go for a woman who wants champagne. If you ride on a border and she wants a Benz, do not go for a woman who wants a Benz.
Which is the boy child because
No.
called out
Like
in the streets.
fuck mudala, go stay in your level.
So now, if you're talking about mudala, the truth is, if you look at all these corporate jobs, who is employed? You want HR, you know these things. What are the stats? It's now changing to 60% women in these big positions. Times are changing.
And that's why I'm saying we shall first spend you. I am the helper. From the old days, the man is the head of the family, the provider. I am the
men now
helper.
need help.
So, if you earn $1 million shillings and I earn 3, I'm going to come in at the point of you have now spent 900,000. Don't tell me I'll take over.
To the point of now you have to lower your standards of living because you can't expect a guy who earns 1 mil to pay rent of 800,000. He has his life to live as well. He has to dress up.
We have 3 kids. Are we going to stay in a house of 200K?
But you see, that's the thing. If you want a guy to pay rent of 800K, you earn 3 mil, he earns 1 mil.
But by the time you guys are together, that means you've talked about the finances. You can't be extravagant if you're actually together.
But no, we talk about finance.
Yes, Hakimi
talk about finance.
came in because
that one is
probably actually people do not talk about money in relationships. We all assume that the man has to know that I want money for my nails.
Exactly.
But he has to know my hair is now old. But he has to know I need shoes.
No, you have to measure.
He doesn't
measure.
know this shit. He's not taught in school.
Actually, guys never notice. They don't know whether the hair is old or not, so they never notice. You have to speak up.
Yeah. Then how about the spending limits for you as a woman? I'll start with you, Nadia. If the man, okay, now you said you want a joint account and a separate account.
Yeah.
Now, in the joint account, would you want a man to tell you or your partner, whosoever is spending more, to notify the other person that you can spend, like you said, there is a man who complained about his wife buying a dress for 500,000.
Yeah.
So if she bought a dress of 100,000, maybe there's nothing.
On his money,
there's no big
that's the
deal.
thing. It was his money that she was spending.
So
obviously, I will now speak for both sides. If you're a woman that earns and you sustain your own lifestyle, probably you don't have limits on, for instance, that if I want to go for a wedding, I can afford a dress of 200K because I have enough money on my own to pay for that dress. Yeah. If you're spending someone else's money, you have to be within their budget. Yes, but when I set limits, I also look at it in terms of joint. Maybe if you're married or if you're dating together and you have maybe you have your own money, I have my own money, but we also have our money. So if our goal is to have maybe a house in the next 5 years, and I see you spending on your boys, doing these things, you're the one doing the things all the time.
It's
I'm like,
you.
dude, really? There has to be a limit on how you spend your own money because we're not meeting our joint goals in the future. So,
but I was thinking that we first pick what is supposed to be put in there. First of all, if I'm to go back to the joint account, what are the percentages? Is it a 50-50? Is it a 70-30?
No,
is it a 40-60?
No,
for
actually,
you, who wants a joint account and a separate account? If you are also working, let us assume that you earn 1 million shillings, he also earns 1 million shillings, and you're putting maybe aside 1 million shillings collectively. How much would you want to contribute on that 1 million shillings?
Now, from what I've realized is it's all about the communication that you guys have together.
Yeah.
Because you have to actually talk about it. Sit on the table. Know your expenses per month or per week or regardless. First talk about it and then plan. Because when you guys have a very good communication, it's very easy for you to actually have less financial fights and, back and forth and all that. So when you talk about it, you can plan. You're like, okay, yes, I earn this, you earn this. If I bring this much, we shall have made this much by this time. So probably you want to invest maybe in farming or something, or you want to buy a car or something. It's easier to track because, as if I'm bringing this much money per month, you're bringing this much. By the end of 3 months, we shall be able to buy this, then we go to the next item that we need.
Okay, so
it depends on how you guys are intentional and how you want to see your future in a few years to come.
So Angie, you have answered Nadia's question. Yeah. My question was, we both know that our expenses a month is 1 million shillings. We both earn 1 million shillings. Now, of the 1 million shillings we shall put collectively, how much do you contribute to that 1 million shillings? Because we're having our joint account.
70%, 50%.
Yes. So we say rent, feeding, everything, we put in 1 million shillings every month. Now, how much of that do you contribute? You earn 1 million, he earns 1 million. You're both at the same financial stand.
It's easy to decide. You can choose 50-50, but no, obviously.
No, you as you.
Me as me. No, it depends on whom I'm talking to, but usually I would go for a 70-30.
So
70 being you
give
70 to the no. She's a 70 girl.
70 girl.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Nadia, how about
Why
you?
would I give 70?
It's a tough question, honestly. Because I know money is change. Maybe today I'm more than you.
Exactly.
Tomorrow
We are talking at in the moment. Both of you are at the same earning.
I don't want to say 50-50 because I shoot myself in the foot if I say that. I would say because I want to respect the person I'm with, 70-30.
So.
Is that
I do in kind. Yeah.
Now, to me,
go for 60,
I do in kind.
we need 1 million shillings collectively. I'm going to ask, how much do you need for your other things? Transport, blah, 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 blah. From the, like, after you taking off that, like, don't talk about entertainment. No, I want to go out and do this. Transport, like, if you have a car, how much do you spend on fuel a month? Or border. If it's 100,000, like, I'll take out your basic needs. The balance, everything is put, then me I'll top up.
Wow.
So, yes.
Wow. If there's no balance left to top up, you don't contribute anything.
Because no. I'm assuming that there is because if you've taken yes
200 shillings.
Yes,
you don't want him to actually have money for fun.
Nothing.
Whatsoever, nothing.
It's
just walk home.
Give you basic money. You move
Lord.
to work. You come back home. You've eaten your dress. You're smiling.
That's
what
very
else do you
controlling.
want? Yeah.
As a man, you go hustle and make bumanis for spending outside.
So basically, he's the wife in this situation.
No. He's actually the head of the family because he's providing everything.
Yet you're limiting his movements. Because if even a weekend the fuel is done, you're like, how far did you go? Where did you pass?
Accountability.
Which route? Bring the mileage. How far?
You have to go and Sabakusej.
Why say junction? Oh, no.
And then who, like, according to you, who makes the financial decision in a relationship?
Which brings us back to the 70-30 rule of, like, if you want to contribute 30% to the home, then you will have to make 30% of the decisions.
Okay.
That's what I think. And that's why I'm skeptical about the 70-30 thing, because women, we can be very big-headed when it comes to, oh my God, we should be doing this. You're seeing your friends driving a Porsche. You're like, I want that car. Why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we doing this?
Izzy's man has sent her to Dubai. For us, we have been going to Mombasa.
Stressing out the nigga. He can't think, he can't do anything because you're always tying the loose ends. Yeah. When is he supposed to get money to give you that lifestyle?
Yeah. So you think the person who contributes more has to make the bigger decisions?
They decide.
How about you, Angie?
No, we always we talk about it, but obviously he will always be the winning deal. So he will always make the decisions.
I beg to differ.
But if I do not agree, we shall fight.
Real life scenario, because you may date a guy or marry a guy that maybe is not that woke when it comes to financials. He doesn't have a brain for money. He spends like he earns, I don't know what kind of money
control.
You get. So if you're in a scenario, you have to be the one that is more conscious about how we spend. And women really have that brain of, okay, let's do this, let's do that, let's save on this, we can use this money for that.
Yeah, and the follow-ups, because men just kind of get
now,
the
to
idea.
me, my answer there is the more responsible person. Yeah. Because like you said, I may be the blonde one who just wants to spend. Yeah. Or he may be the one where he sees a PS5 he wants to buy. He sees gadgets, he spends.
Yeah.
So to me, who makes the financial decisions, the more responsible one. The one who says, no, it's school fees first, it's not a PS5. Or it's a mortgage first, it's not your, I don't know, Gucci shoes or something. Yeah. So that is my perspective. How about your perspective of dating, like if a woman earns more than a man?
Ask Angie first.
No, I'm talking if the woman makes more money in that relationship.
Money is a very sensitive topic. And I know people have been scared, and that's why they have different, they act in different ways when it comes to money. But if we're looking at in a perfect world, I would say if you earn more as a woman, you should be able to contribute more to your, collective. Like if we have maybe a pot that we are contributing to, then you should contribute more.
Because it could actually change tomorrow.
Yeah, it could change tomorrow. Next thing you know, you're not working and he's the one looking after you. And women are very, very comfortable being looked after.
Of course.
Yes. But when things flip,
the man is the provider, the head of the family.
When it's in a perfect world, because we cannot deny the fact that historically or culturally, men are meant to be the heads of the home, provide, protect, all that shit. So you can't run away from the fact that those things still exist, even though we live in a modern society where women earn more money, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it's hard.
So, Angie, if the woman earns more than the man?
A bit tricky, but anyways, you can be okay to actually keep, putting in the bigger number till when things change. So, be the bigger person. Because by the time you're actually going into the marriage thing, you've outgrown the things of overspending, kind of. So you're okay to settle. And if you're choosing you're choosing him, that means you're comfortable. Till when things turn the tables and he's getting way more.
That's why I said we first spend yours. From where ekulemwa.
So you're comfortable letting him broke, eh?
No. The fact that maybe by the time we deplete yours, we are just at 30% and I have to bring in 70%. I'll not say that you give 30% and you're still left with like 60% of your salary. No. You are the provider.
What if it's just there on the account? Just smiling. It feels like he has something.
No. We first use yours. If you have 1 million shillings and your monthly expenses is 200k, you now bring the 800k in.
Because 700, let's leave 100 just for just.
The 200k is already catering for like.
That is for the transportation, fuel, and all that. Then.
Yeah.
It needs a little bit of backup.
Who do you want to spend it on?
Just to be there for any emergencies.
For what? For what emergencies? The emergencies, I'm going to take care of them because now I know Tolina said. I won't even come to ask for anything.
The emergencies.
Auntie, Samakusente.
They're good.
Yeah.
People do that shit. I know a guy. I used to work with him, and I swear to God, he was on who was employed. So the wife, he got money and put it into a business that the wife was running. So meaning at the end of the month, he would be the one servicing a loan, so he doesn't have like liquidity. Yeah. So the wife would have to be the one giving him money. Okay, it's weird. It's weird. Like, I don't have money. My wife. It would be so
How do you
funny.
even say it in public?
But it happens.
These are the double standards, guys. Because if a woman says, I don't have money, my husband, no one says anything. Yeah. If a man says, I don't have money,
but you see,
my wife.
I thought he was a responsible guy because, he's sacrificing for his family. He puts them first before his own needs. I was like, this is nice. But it was so funny because you'd be like, Bambi, this guy.
So would you date a man who cannot financially provide for your lifestyle?
No.
No. It's a no, that like there is no bargain.
No.
Why?
Unless you have to be able to at least
it doesn't get the panties wet.
It doesn't.
Is it a panty dropper?
No.
Like it doesn't come
without money. The emotions disappear.
You become the iron underpants. What I'm saying, they become hard as steel.
Let the money be little, but at least let it be there. Let it be enough, like to just make me a little bit happy.
Yeah.
You can always top up later, but have something.
For you, Nadia, if a man cannot provide for you financially,
I respect men that are. I like dominance. I like dominant males. So I think it's very hard to be assertive and show dominance if you broke. Sorry, broke sneakers. But for me,
you'll find one.
Unless you have kajanja, like annoying ego of like broke people, which I find annoying. No.
For me, and that's why I say, date your class. If she wants a posh and you're a border guy, don't go for a posh person. Stay with your
posh border.
There is no posh border there. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Posh.
No,
Posh.
So Nadia, you talk. I don't know if it's Angie or Nadia. You spoke about someone getting debts to finance their lifestyle or to like spend extravagantly. Now, would you want your husband to expect you to get consent from him to get a loan or to get debt that it's you who will finance?
Nope, I'll not consent to that. And also because I have a financial background, it's good to communicate these things to your spouse, because in the event that you die, for instance, and your house is on mortgage, you put your assets as collateral. What happens? Obviously, your partner, your children are going to be impacted by that decision. So you have to be woke as you go around borrowing shit and putting it in our names, because I'm thinking this is now collective assets. It's not just you, it's not just your salary. It also impacts how you are as a person. You bring that stress home. I don't want to be dealing with that kind of shit, not knowing where it's even coming from to start with.
So in other words, you want him to ask for consent,
communicate. Let's
and
talk
you
about
also
it.
want
Let's talk about it.
to ask for his consent
Exactly.
before you pay.
Exactly. Yes. If it's something I can manage, for sure. Like if I'm taking out a 3-year loan, I'm sure my job is there. But either way, still communicate so that they know. Okay, I'm taking out a loan. It's for 3 years. I'm going to pay it like this, and it will impact me like this. Yeah, communicate that.
It has to be something also productive that you're actually going to put that money into. Not just mere getting a loan just because you can.
Yeah.
What next? Are you investing it somewhere? Is it going to make more money?
All these things sound nice on paper, but if you're not in a good place with your person, you're not going to say these things to them. You'll not. You tell them to your Sido, your Panado, whatever. You don't to your guy, you'll keep quiet.
Because I have experienced men who are married to women who are just like they're just debt averse. I may want, like, I saw a plot of land I want to pick, but the moment she hears loan, no, you can't pick. So men now end up hiding, picking loans, buying property, because they know if I try to talk to the woman, she will stress me about it for a full year.
Yeah, because when someone has borrowed, it means you don't have as much money to spend. Meaning you have to reduce on maybe lifestyle. You have to make more lean choices. Like, you cannot just go around in a fancy school, for instance, for your kids. You might as well have to adjust how you live, how you eat, how you dress, because he's paying a loan.
Yeah.
So I think that's why women may be a bit selfish about it, but I think it's a good thing from a healthy relationship perspective to communicate. Yeah.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. How about you, both of you work, but you still expect him to give you kameza, for lack of a better word.
What's kameza?
Kameza is that
daily allowance.
Yes, wife allowance.
Is it wife allowance or is it home
allowance daily?
Because not my money, it's the money to run the home.
To run the home, yes.
Yeah.
But there are like you're running a home, but you also have a salary. No, actually, kameza.
Running the home. That's the account we talked about.
No,
right?
Nadia. We already have money for that account.
Yes.
Now, kameza is the money that I don't ask for accountability for.
Yeah.
We have already shopped everything in the house. But there are women who actually...
Something could be missing. Yes. Because you may have shopped all the onions, the tomatoes and all that. Like the kanzari that I need for that chicken. So please leave some kameza.
Ask for the kanzari and I'll buy it.
Leave it there. I'll figure out the balance with the kameza.
So
would you actually
should
buy?
I assume that you, like, even if you work, you actually expect kameza?
Yes. Yes.
Nadia, how about you?
Again, I don't know if I'm out of touch with reality. But again, from my perspective, I would assume that money should be part of the joint, whatever.
But
like, you need to have an allowance for running the home, like the minimal expenses or emergencies that will come up.
But it can't be in the bank.
No, you can be home. I mean, if you have an account where you put that money, you withdraw some and have some on cash or mobile money, whichever.
It just feels good whenever he's leaving in the morning and he leaves some money. It's just... It's good to look at
It's a panty dropper.
Yeah, it feels
like
good
he comes back and the panty is already
down. If he comes back home and he has bought, for instance, like some bread, some whatever.
It's okay.
Nadia,
in the morning, please leave me some money before
remember, at the
every
start...
day, how much is it? Is it like 1 meal? Because I remember someone...
like
1 meal.
It's like
by expenditure of one...
No.
Was it like 1 meal a day?
Yeah, I
Wait,
think
that
so.
shit was scary.
Yeah.
And how much will he be earning?
Exactly. What do they meet these men? Because I want to marry someone who gives me 1 meal a day.
But we spoke about, like, at the beginning, you hinted about men who buy you everything and don't leave any money. And there is that stereotype, which is somewhat true.
Yeah.
That actually men, to be specific, are actually brothers.
Call them out.
The Opios, the Ojokes, the Okelos, they will buy everything in the house, but they don't even leave a single penny.
Opios. Yeah.
Yes.
Those ones.
So my question will come back. Kameza or no kameza? You also work. The man buys everything, but would you still want kameza?
If I'm a 70-30 type of chick, meaning I'm the 30% contributor, it's okay. You don't need that. You can keep your kameza.
Do they even have
it to your mother?
Do they even have
some balance left? Take it to your mother.
Do they even have
me? I'm fine.
Oh,
But if the kameza is like 1 meal, give it to me. I will take it.
Yeah.
I'll do my hair.
You can do hair on a daily.
Nice lingerie. I don't care. We'll look fine.
For me, I think there's something sexy about a man who provides without me asking.
Girl.
That's why that kameza thing, to me, have it there. I don't want it to even be an obligation. So what does
the kameza? Does it do your nails? Because me, I'm thinking if you're providing,
it's now for me, those things that I don't ask for.
Only when you want.
No, that kameza money, how you use it, I don't even ask. I'll see you with new hair, but I know I'm providing.
The new hair may be more than the kameza.
But I'm giving it almost every day.
You're accumulating day by day.
Or actually, give a monthly kameza of, honey, this is your miscellaneous.
But let's assume that in this economy, people have that kind of money to just put there. Because
Nadia, the how much is a different story. To me, the fact that you picked money and you gave it to me and you said, use this how you want it, that is a panty drop already.
Me, I want a girlfriend allowance. I don't want you to confuse.
Are you a wife?
But
you're a wife.
Don't confuse kameza with my own money. The money that you give me to go to the spa.
Different. So she wants both. Eh?
Me, I want. That's what I want.
It's actually always different. Kameza money is different from the other money.
That girlfriend.
No, there is advanced kameza which is given monthly. No, actually, guys. I remember one time I was listening to a men's conference from our church, and our lead pastor said kameza should actually not be in Uganda shillings, whereby you give it once. Yes, no. It could be $100. It could be $100, which is 380,000 Uganda shillings. Yeah. But the fact that like it makes a woman feel special.
But when you give me dollars, I ask for transport to go change it.
Yeah.
So please, unless I also want to give the Ugandan shillings to actually go and change that $100. Yes. I just in your border Uber in case I don't have a car.
Yeah. Then what is your perspective on people who say don't chase the women, make money and the women are going to follow?
Nah, for a man.
Unless you're also getting a desperate woman, but you have to chase.
I think it depends on who you're chasing. But again, if you're chasing a woman who already has money, I mean, if that's your type, for instance, you take more than money to get her because you already has other people who are looking at her
on the lineup,
the waiting list.
Yeah, the waiting list.
Yeah, but that remains you're chasing. Also, she has her own money to start with. So, what else are you bringing on the table besides money? And when you ask men that question, I kid you not, they have nothing to say. They don't know what it means to look after someone, to love someone, to appreciate
the
someone.
Same way you said, my money is my money and your money is our money. For me, it doesn't matter how much money I make or how much more money I make.
But that applies to some guys. I want to bring women who have their own money and they're comfortable spending it on themselves and on you. How do you start impressing her? Your rules don't apply to them. I have my money. I don't want your coins. Keep them. Give them to your mother. I don't care. Start from somewhere else.
You're even calling them your coins.
I don't care. Keep your coins.
Angie, don't chase money. Sorry, don't chase women. Chase money and the women will come. What's your perspective on that?
No, you have to chase someone.
I'm not going to chase more than money. Chase success, chase your happiness, chase your mental health, chase ego, and find better ways to please people that's not just money. Because money can come and go.
No, have the money and also chase me.
Yeah, but chase me beyond just your money. Don't come at me with your coins. There's another guy who has the same money, even more, probably. So you have what, 200k, and then what?
It had to be 200k.
It buys a bottle, then
buys your bottle.
Then what?
Hey, and
For
then
me,
transport back home.
I'm actually thinking chase money. Because, you know, the whole reason as to why men feel so much pressured in this economy is because their worth is based on what is in their bank account. Oh, yeah. So there's a saying that we don't eat love. Love doesn't pay bills.
He just mentioned that.
I'm not meaning that only chase money and attract gold diggers, but chase the money.
Yeah.
But actually, I guarantee you,
the money,
even that woman who is like earning a lot of money, you will speak at the same level, you're peer to peer. You're not coming and she's like, I don't need your money, but you also have literally nothing. Like her circles, you can't even sit.
My
and say
argument
anything.
is, if she doesn't need your money, what else are you giving her? Like, if you cannot look beyond your money. Yes, the money is good for your ego, for your survival, for your family and whatever. But beyond that, what are you bringing on the table?
It has to be money. Because when you talked about that thing of no love, no money, it just reminded me about something. Last week I was talking to my mom. Is a very crazy woman. You can talk for hours and hours when she calls you. Like, she can give Lugambo of everyone, and then, you know. So she was talking. She was like, I'm actually pissed. I'm like, why? It's like, he didn't leave kameza, man. I'm like, so she wanted something very small. Roughly that could spend like 2,000 or something. She had to call. You didn't buy this. So my dad's like, but you know, you can actually get it. She's like, no. She hung up. I mean, so till when my dad sent the money, and then when my dad calls, he's like, no love, no money. So imagine the elders also feel that.
Those are conversation starters, because you want attention. You're going to hide behind the fact that, oh my God, he didn't leave me some money. It's just because you want his attention.
No,
you're trying to get
we need money. We never want to use our own.
Sometimes it's
but
just
my mom had her money, but she just didn't want to touch her money.
Yeah,
because she knows
she wanted attention.
It was
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
It could be attention.
We need money.
It can't also be attention. Now, how about transparency in terms of sharing your earnings with your partner? Would you tell your partner exactly how much you earn?
At the moment, yes. I'm actually very comfortable because I feel like we are at the moment where, God willing, we shall be together. So I'm very comfortable with, because we usually sit on the table, we plan it out. We're like, okay, in this long, we need this, we need. So I do plan, and I am very open. I'm a very open person, so I don't really care. So I would share with you if I get something, and I know we want something together. I'll share, and I'm like, oh, I can now actually afford this. Let me get it. So that it gives him less burden of stress of, oh, we haven't done this yet. You know, I don't want him to be stressed, because when he is stressed, he'll bring the bad energy at home. So I wouldn't want that. If I can afford it, I will.
Nadia, would you let your partner know exactly how much you earn to the dot?
Not exactly. I mean, estimates.
Yeah. Approximately. Just a fixed
income, yes, the fixed income. Though I think I also haven't communicated that precisely, like, okay, I earn this much, but I think he knows the range.
The estimate, the range.
Maybe based on the lifestyle and whatever. He maybe knows a range, and he knows maybe assets I have and whatever, but exact amounts, I think if he knew, probably would get too comfortable.
Yes, that is actually the other thing.
I guess I am comfortable with, because mine isn't a salary. Because I'm a freelancer, so today I may get $1 million.
No, for me,
and I may take a few weeks, and so I think.
But I can say when I'm broke, I'm like, right now I don't have money, so come in. But
even when you have some little.
The actual.
By the time you're broke, you still can afford whatever you want, but you're still broke. You just don't want to finish it. That's how we actually broke.
No, right now I can't say. At least he knows the range, probably based on lifestyle, basing on such things. Maybe he may even think more, but I won't say the actual figure.
For me, this is like one of my
but biggest
I know weaknesses. I tell that.
Why would you know his?
I know. Because I know.
Fair.
So you want to know his, but he doesn't have to.
I think he made me know.
Yeah.
Probably
intentionally or by
mistake. I think it was he slipped it in. Not like this is how much, and but he gave me his payslip, so I saw it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Were you asking for too much?
I wasn't asking.
No.
He gave it to me, and I think he knew I would look at it.
He probably said, "This woman thinks I earn
a lot." So
no, at least I know how much he earns. And it helps me even as I have conversations or expectations.
For me, I'm actually thinking this was a very smart guy.
Exactly.
To tame her expectations and don't start asking you for vacations or businesses. He's like, madam.
But then he will not come back if he gets an increment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so when he gets an
Yeah.
increment, when you're still stuck with the old one.
I will still have an estimate.
Or there are allowances, so he's showing you this, but he knows there are allowances.
So what I say is fixed income. I want to know about the fixed income.
So you don't mind the extra.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, unfortunately, I share everything to the dot, to the T. And that's why I said, in the event that I am earning higher, we shall first spend yours up to where we have hit your maximum, and then I come in. Because I don't know how to hide. I will tell you everything, any allowance, any increment, everything.
Do you share with all your boyfriends? Or strictly now? Are you talking about now?
Need to know basis.
I think as I grew older and I started getting into serious committed relationship. So I think I have had, this is now my second one. The previous one also knew to the dot that this is how much I earn, like every single thing. And this next one. Before I was young and it never really came up.
All about their money.
And her money once in a while, obviously.
Question before we move on to the next point. Would you give your partner money? Your boyfriend money?
Yes, I do. Always. Easy.
Yeah.
And I love it.
You do?
You
Yes.
know how a guy feels good when you
guys
give him
are
money?
woke.
Like they can
For you don't.
No, I would also. I think I'm comfortable.
I thought.
No. Guys. I will buy him presents. I will spoil
Would you give him money? Like
Mo haven't spent and he doesn't have a need.
problem. Like says I need.
He has a need, yes.
When there is a need.
He has a need.
But
yes.
would you want to know the need or you don't care? Of course
I would want to. Am I an NGO? Am I charity?
I just give.
No.
Serve the children.
Hey, I'm not saving anyone's
What if
child.
it's not comfortable to actually tell you the reason? Just give. Just trust.
What?
If you're not comfortable telling me, you're also not comfortable getting my money.
Exactly. So you
It's
rather
just
open
that.
up
Yeah.
or fuck off.
Then setting financial goals together.
It's important.
Very
If you're
important.
together. Yeah. I mean, if you're together, like we want to get married, blah, 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 all that.
And it helps in the conversation because trust me, you're going to get bored talking about I love you, I love you, I love you. You need something else more than I love you and I miss you. So
On that point, I want to add.
You
For
have
me, that's one of the things that keeps me with someone. If we cannot have a common understanding on where we're going,
exactly.
fuck off. Let's find someone else. Let me find someone else. Because beyond the sex, the
Sex,
vibes,
love
whatever,
you,
what
go
else
out, what
are we
else?
doing?
What else are you going to talk about?
Exactly.
Okay, you stay home for the entire day. What are you talking about?
Nah.
You want kiss or have sex the entire day?
Nah.
Nothing to talk about. You can't talk about I love you, I love you, I love you. What
You're in
next?
vibes. No.
You can be high 24/7.
Yeah,
So
I
you have
think if
something
you're just
productive to
casually
talk about.
dating, probably not. But once you like together,
Yeah.
your parents know, my parents know. Okay, maybe the parents
They
don't
don't need
know,
to
but
know.
me and you know that this is where we want to go. Let's talk about it.
The fact that it makes the men become complacent. Because now they know, oh, she has. So he stops putting in the effort.
Yeah.
That's why women just end up like not talking anything concerning their money.
I mean, I understand where they come from, and that the reason for insecurity, because a man, once he knows, okay, although Alisa, Onogunda innocent, find the next project where I can pump some cash.
Yeah.
And, make her feel like a queen or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're here, the worker bee, working your ass off for that dream. Because you have kids whom you love, you want to see them have a good future and all that stuff. And then a guy is just sitting at home. Or not even home, but his money is going elsewhere.
And when you talk about kids, do you know that some women, I know we are women, but still, because a guy can say, I always pay school fees. So that time he may not have. But the woman will take the children out and still keep waiting for the guy to actually pay. As school fees, wachinja batwala out. Nenga tulinza school fees zije. And that is actually very common. Tika tuwetuja on baby mamas.
But the investments.
A baby mama will not spend their money.
On investments, though, I would say involve the
wait.
law. Have that shit signed off on paper. If it's 50-50, if we break up, it's 50-50. If it's 30-70, whatever the case is, have that sign it on paper, and if we're to break up, this is how we shall settle our assets.
What if the guy actually puts things in your names? Will you still tell him, baby, no, I want us
But
to be
still,
fair, let's
in the event
divide.
that you separate, because even men get affected by these things.
Yeah, I know.
What did that guy do?
But would you tell him, please, let's break it
have
up?
it signed up. Whether it's in the kids, let it be for the kids.
You know,
if it's
Nadia,
in my name, it will be mine. If we break up, it's mine.
Nadia, in religion, Christianity to be specific, we think prenuptial agreements, it's like you accepting that we shall break up in the future?
This is not even a prenuptial. We are together as a couple.
But if we are signing an agreement prior
together, like me and you want to build an apartment, that's a business. We're no longer in a marriage. It is a business arrangement. Sign on paper. This is how it's going to look like. The proceeds from this will be like this. They will go to so and so. If we're to break up, it is going to be like this. That is a business, not a marriage. Marriage is we love each other, we get married, we get kids, blah, 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 we fuck, whatever.
But then you are husband and wife. Why are you talking about it like a business?
The moment money is involved, it becomes a business. Separate your feelings, your emotions from money, please. It will save you.
So how about understanding each other's personality in regards to money? We have the spenders and the savers. We have the budgeters and the non-budgeters. Like, would you want to understand that before you get into a relationship with someone? Would you want to understand, is this guy someone who is a spender, or he saves? Is he someone who we stick to the budget, or you just want to like marry someone because of love, and I don't care about like the spending habits?
But that's what you actually have to find out during the courtship, segment. You have to
during courtship. Are you even thinking about
that? By the way,
you can actually tell if he's a spender
at the dating phase. Everyone brings their best representative.
Maybe.
When he's buying you that iPhone,
you're like, Mommy, he's generous.
Exactly.
But she's overspending.
That's a bad spending habit. Okay, maybe not, but it could be a red flag for something worse. Yeah. Okay, let's say
so you want to know.
I want to know. Yeah, I'd want to know because I need to know whether I can manage that. Maybe not control it, but manage what I'm getting myself into, or whether it's a red flag. Because maybe I'm coming from a point of scarcity. Of like, there's no one else that's going to look after me but me. You get. So if I'm marrying you and then your lifestyle is very bougie, it's not sustainable for me. I may like it at the beginning, but when we get married, when we have kids, I want to know that we have sustainability. I don't want to be there. This lifestyle. Oh my God, nice apartments. And then in 1 month, 2 months down the road, we are fucking broke and living in a slum. That can be my life. That's not my
communication.
Life. Yeah.
You just have to communicate.
So what would you say to people who are out there trying to avoid Hakimi sagas?
Yeah.
Of like, you wake up in the morning and you're a fucking broke chick married to nobody.
Yeah.
Apart from the name.
By the way, it's just a name and
the fucking name.
Yeah.
Like, all these years I married a fucking name.
For me, you have to be woke. By the time I'm breaking up with a man, if I am married to a billionaire, I can't live out as a peasant. Even if we break up and I have nothing to my name. Because in the process, we are in love. Someone also spends. Now there, I just won't get money and take vacations. I'll be stashing it aside. So that, yes.
By the way, this is a very good point to know. Yeah.
We have a socialite who, I don't know, conned billions out of someone, and then afterwards she's flat broke. As in how? By the time I
feel like we can actually do it again. So
no,
but that kind of like, luck only hits you once.
Yeah, it hits you once.
But let me tell you, when you're living in the moment, you never think about tomorrow.
No.
You just feel like I'll still have the opportunity tomorrow.
No. For me, if I am married to a billionaire, by the time, God forbid, we break up, I have my it's called a rainy day because I'm asking for anything you are giving me, I won't spend on those things. I'm asking for these lavish vacations. I have access to your credit card. I will either buy stuff and put it in my mother's name as well. But money is going to be flowing outside. I'll keep a stash. Be like, I'm not really being stereotypical here, but be like a Uganda woman who you will build a house for her mother, her father, all her sengas, and you haven't even bought like a bicycle for your mother because she treats you like a queen. Tata, Sebo, baby. So you keep spending, but they are woke. They keep on putting it aside because they know the moment they are now done getting and they're on to the next project, you won't be spending anymore. So me, I think be woke. Make sure that if you are in the money at that time, put it aside as well.
But then if you also stash it and he actually finds out, that can actually be another quarrel.
That's their shit. Me, I would say talk about it from the get-go. Mostly if you're committed. Like, know what am I getting myself into? this is how much we earn, this is how much we're going to put aside, I'm going to be getting this much, you're going to be getting this much, this is how we shall settle our affairs when we break up. Because, guys, I don't want to wake up in the morning and I hear
so have you already
that
had that
you're a
talk?
millionaire and me I'm broke as fuck. No way, it's not going to happen.
Have you already had that talk of breaking
it's not
up?
Gonna happen. No, but I mean, going in, at least I know this is how much he earns.
Nadia, there are some men who tell you, no, you know what, baby, you don't have to contribute anything. I'm taking care of everything.
Yeah, if you're contributing, it's fine. It's fine. But
so
we need
you
to have
won't
a conversation
even ask
about
him,
what our future looks like.
He'll
Who's paying the
tell
school
you,
fees?
no,
Who is
no,
paying
no.
for at least the most basic
We
things?
are asking for that because I expect you to also contribute. He tells you, no, he's a billionaire. He's like, baby, I have everything
If you're a
covered.
billionaire, then at least before we get married, if you're that kind of high profile person, let's sign a prenup. If we're to break up, this is how it will look like.
But no. Remember that a prenup, okay, before we sign our nuptials, a prenup is whatever you came with is what you have. Whatever I have is what I have.
In the prenup, you agree. When things break up, when we break up on terms of maybe infidelity, if it's like maybe my making, or we agree to split, you will get this and this and this in the settlement. Not that you take all my property or half my property. You agree from the get-go, you will get this much in figures.
How about if he tells you, you know what, if you want to sign a prenuptial before we get married, it means that you are expecting to get out already. So you keep whatever you came with.
Things will go wrong at some
Anything
point.
can
You may not want it to go wrong. You will want to be married to a billionaire because you get more
so,
from being married to him than breaking up with him.
So Nadia, you are assuming that in the prenup, he will accept your terms. What if in the terms of the
he
prenup,
sets the terms, and for me, I know, okay, I married this guy,
but at the end of it, I'm going out with nothing.
Go out with.
No,
nothing,
he says
nothing.
There is nothing.
I'm fine with nothing, but I know that this is what he's going to give me.
Yeah. Okay. So, Angie, what would you want before you enter into a relationship regards to money? How would you handle it in your perspective?
Back in the days, I wouldn't really mind because it was all about debt, have sex and all that. But right now, too grown, so I want to know what do we want. I want to know how much you're spending. I don't want you to spend extravagantly for no reasons. So at least I want to know how much you're spending, why we're actually spending it, and when, I just love to know the accounts.
Yeah.
So I would really want to know where.
The most important. Yeah.
Where are we going as a household?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, where are we going as a household? It is. So guys, we want to hear, your comments on this topic. What is your understanding of relationships, of money in relationships? If you were Hiba Abouk, sorry. Yes, if you were Hiba, how would you react if you found out that, I've been married to this guy, we have been dating and together for the past 5 years, and then I'm getting out of this marriage and I don't have anything in my name. How would you react? So if you feel that you relate to our content, please like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. This is all from us in this episode. Bye.